Hello and welcome to What's on the Shelf. I'm your host, Jen, and today we are unboxing this prototype copy of BarBEARian's Battlegrounds Tales of BarBEARia, which is coming to Kickstarter in about a week. So, this is a prototype that I got in. Unfortunately, due to circumstances, we were only able to get it a couple of, just before things headed downhill, and we weren't able to play test this live, but we were able to get a shot at playing it on Tabletop Simulator. So, here's the cover art. I love the artwork, by the way. This is adorable artwork. I am sold. I played the original BarBEARian's Battlegrounds. I think it came out 2 years ago, and I really enjoyed that one. So let's get right into it. Please note that this is a prototype copy of the game, and it does have unfinished products inside the box. So please keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and open up the box. There we go. Now this is a 2 to 6 player game and has lots and lots of pretty dice. So you've got the rule book. You've got lots of cards as well. You've got Empowerment Deck, which has cards. Let's see if I can see a little bit here. That essentially help with re-rolling dice and giving you additional actions. Then you have, let's see, these are the little screens that come in the box. So during gameplay, you roll dice and then determine where you're going to place your dice behind your village screen. And then once you have, everyone has placed their dice, everyone reveals what they're doing for the turn. And each screen has different artwork. Let me see if I can open one up here. It also has a reference guide to turn order and so on. So during the planning phase, you would roll your dice and place it. Then you would go on to adventuring phase, brawl phase, gathering phase, build phase, and cleanup. So that's one of the screens, and there's 6 screens in total of different clans that are throughout the land. Let's see what else we've got in here. We've got the tokens. These are resources that you would be using throughout the game. There's ore, fate, and honey. Each of these are used for different things. So as you saw on the Empower deck, you can use either 2 ore or a heart, candy heart, to purchase this type of card. Then we have the adventure deck, which gives you an alternative means of getting glory throughout the game. Glory is essentially what is the determining factor of who wins the game. So whoever has the most glory at the end of the game wins overall. And adventures are used throughout the different seasons. So gameplay has 3 seasons and a total of 12 rounds. 12? Am I correct? I believe so. So essentially, while you're playing, you're going to play through the seasons. At the final season, at the end of each season, you will score the adventure cards and get additional glory. Some of them have stronger glory points because they have missing resources. So there's a whole bunch of different types in there. Then we have the village boards. So this is what I was discussing earlier, saying what you needed to do for this. So during the planning phase, you roll your available dice, and then you would place them on the board depending on what actions you wanted to fulfill that turn. So on the top left and top right is battling the other clans, either to your right or left of you. Your middle one is to go adventuring. You have 2 defensive positions that you could use. You have a spot here as well for adding additional defenses. You also have at the bottom here the 3 resources that you can gather from. So you have honey, fate, and ore. Depending on your dice roll, you'll be able to slot your dice into these particular sections. The cool thing about this game is you can double up on dice as long as they have the same face or same value. So we have the tokens for each clan. We have the additional tokens for the board. These are the things that you can purchase to gain more gathering items during the gather phase. A whole bag of dice. Like I said, lots of dice. So each clan has their own colored dice. Plus they would have the black dice here that are used as mercenary dice throughout the game. Different things can happen depending on what cards you play, which will allow you to gain mercenary dice. Now, I just wanted to double check. Okay. So in here, with the other cards, we have not only the empowerment. I thought it was weird that the empowerment had that particular logo. So there's 3 sets of decks in this game, other than the adventure deck that you can purchase from. So the adventure decks, you have the mercenary deck, you have the fate deck, and you have the empowered deck. Each one's allow different abilities to trigger while you're using them. So for the mercenary, you usually get something along the lines of hire mercenary, remove 1 adventurer die from a 5 or 6 from any player. Fate cards usually give you different abilities like re-rolling or forcing your opponents to re-roll. And then empowered gives you additional things, probably during fighting. So this one here, gain 1 bear guard specialist. So 1 guard bear specialist gains a +2 strength to attack or defend. And they're very cool. I love the art design for all these cards. They're very well done. So just to go through this again. So you have 3 decks that you're able to purchase from. You have the adventurer deck. And then you also have this cute little teddy bear. Don't know if you will be part of the final product. So there is the different tribes. I believe this opens up. So this here is part of the board. This is the top part where you would place all your resources. So you have a section for the mercenary dice, the fate dice, mercenary deck, fate deck, empowered deck. You have 6 dice here for the mercenary deck, which mercenary cards and dice, well, all cards get discarded once they are used because most of them are one-time use. Mercenary dice are returned after the turn they're used on. You have reinforcement dice, which you can purchase, but you have to use 2 of each resource to get your dice. And then over here you have specialist tokens. You have the beekeeper, the village elder, blacksmith, and guard. To purchase any one of these, you need to have 3 resources, 1 of each. And if for some reason you have multiple resources available or have 2 candy hearts, you can glean 1 glory when during the build phase. So this would be the top of your board. This here would be the adventuring board and would be set up just like that. So you'd put your adventurer cards. So depending on how many players you would have the number of players minus 1 adventure cards on the board available for you to play with. And then you have the glory token track at the bottom. And that's everything in the box, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy, and hope you get to see more of this product once it hits Kickstarter. Thanks again. Bye.